London, England, the two-time heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte in 2015. This fight was a real stand-up fight in which Joshua showed his will to win. Whyte held on until the 7th round, but in the end, Joshua landed a crushing right uppercut that literally knocked Whyte out. It was a personal victory for Joshua as he settled the score by defeating his opponent in a furious fight.
Joshua shaken down to his foundations.
He's losing his feet as well. He's losing his feet as well, Nick.
Whyte trying to do just that. Joshua, big right uppercut, followed up with a very watchful.
I was like that. Whyte came out jabbing.
Whyte is starting to come apart here already.
Whyte's got a hold. Whyte's got a hold. He's got a hold.
He's not doing it. He can't do it. He's still got nearly 45 seconds to get through here.
Muscle bound stuff.
Yeah, and I think he's looking. He's not able to set up his own.
Too easy to tag his
timing was pretty non-existent in the previous round, but this is better.
But he still hasn't got rid of Whyte. Slow, methodical now.
Yeah, I think Josh has got his mind back on the job. I think
to suggest he could well be a force. He's still very young.
His own offense if he's being jabbed at, and he's got to be defensive on the jab.
Again, a look downstairs from Dillian Whyte.
He won you that Olympic gold medal.
And he's been hurt tonight. There's another one of those body shots that Whyte got him with earlier. They both
find out.
Oh, you keep talking about the jab, Paulie. That's there for Dillian Whyte all night because Joshua's head moved through Dillian Whyte's defenses. Again, Whyte soaking it all up.
Now these were just kind of arm punches that Whyte was throwing there. I think he's really going to have to take chances, the guy's power. Then it's just a matter of time, and I think that's the problem for Whyte at the moment. Josh, he is not going to get himself into this fight any other way.
But can you take a chance against Anthony Joshua?
Got to get off the ropes right now. Establish the length.
Joshua has never been in this situation before. He's never had to fight. He's caught maybe high in the head.
He's doing, but look at the legs. There's a grin from Whyte, but the legs are betraying him, and down he goes.
He's hurt. The way he went down.
Surely no way up here for Dillian Whyte. It's stopped. It's over.
Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko, 2017. One of the greatest moments of Joshua's career. After being knocked out himself, Joshua found his strength and came back into the fight. In the 11th round, he knocked Klitschko down first with a left hook and then a right uppercut before continuing his attack and forcing the referee to stop the fight. It was this moment Joshua confirmed himself as the premier fighter of a generation.
Nothing really landing flush. Klitschko looking like he's fancying this, just plenty of fakes on his front foot, good head movement. Just trying to
at 17-12-2. George Foreman, who knocked the hand speed of Joshua, is travelling Klitschko, who's being the 49th for Anthony Joshua. Dive! And a left hook! Anthony Joshua's on the pass! Taking him out here! Down goes Klitschko! In the 5th round! And rather similar to the Lamont Brewster fight that's really exploded. That cut is at stake. A clash of heads. Klitschko gets through with a right.
You're not landing that one again.
Here he comes! From Vladimir Klitschko, and Joshua is down now. The count's at 5. Will he make it up? It was a heavier fall than Klitschko's.
That was an explosive shot from Vladimir Klitschko. And just
big shots though at the beginning of the 11th. In this blue ribbon division.
There's another thing doing it if you feel it's
Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko took it, but Joshua's got a ripping left hand, and down goes the giant Ukrainian in the same round that he lost his unbeaten record to Ross Purity. And Cunningham Klitschko is somehow trying to survive, but Anthony Joshua topples him again. Unbelievable! Scenes at Wembley. Klitschko just gets to his feet.
well, that's the youth of Anthony Joshua. from Joshua.
Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev 2020. Pulev was an experienced fighter, but Joshua showed high class. He landed two powerful right hands in the ninth that ended the fight. The first sent Pulev down, and the second knocked him out. The fight was a demonstration of how Joshua maintains his power and accuracy even in the late rounds.
Right hand. Good counter right. Knocking Pulev around the ring. Hits him with an uppercut as well. Another uppercut. Uppercuts, right hands, now a hook.
To be a little bit careful. This is exactly where he got hurt with Andy Ruiz.
We saw through his first 20 fights. Pulev is hurt. Pulev's on the ropes, he's hurt. He turns his back. To get up on his toes, flick out the jab, and that...
Pulev way behind him on the scorecards. But
looking for that big right hand and that uppercut. 3 in a row right there. 4.
There it is.
On a stoppage in the next couple of rounds. Because we know, and
by the way, just to finish that thought,
every time Joshua throws
in the next couple of rounds, because we know, and by the way, just...
But it's a good scorecard. Look at these uppercuts. 2 of them landed. 3, 4. And Pulev is hurt. Pulev is rocked. He's on shaky legs, and down he goes. Third knockdown of the fight for Anthony Joshua. Right hand, and down goes Pulev. The champ is back and back.
Third knockdown of the fight for Anthony Joshua. Right hand, and down goes Pulev.
Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko 2017. One of the greatest moments of Joshua's career. After being knocked out himself, Joshua found his strength and came back into the fight. In the 11th round, he knocked Klitschko down first with a left hook and then a right uppercut before continuing his attack and forcing the referee to stop the fight. It was this moment Joshua confirmed himself as the premier fighter of a generation.
Nothing really landing flush. Klitschko looking like he's fancying this, just plenty of fakes and his front foot, good head movement. Just trying to trip.
At 17-12-2. George Foreman, who knocked the hand speed of Joshua, is troubling Klitschko, who's being the 49th for Anthony Joshua. Dive! Out of left hook! Joshua's on the board! Taking him out here! Down goes Klitschko in the 5th round! And rather similar to the Lamont Brewster fight that's really exploded. That cut is wide at stake. A clash of heads. Klitschko gets through with a right.
You're not landing that one again. But
here he comes! From Vladimir Klitschko, and Joshua is down now. The count's at 5. Will he make it up? It was a heavier fall than Klitschko's.
That was an explosive shot from Vladimir Klitschko. And Josh...
Big shots though at the beginning of the 11th. In this blue ribbon division.
There's another thing doing it if you feel it's
Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko took it, but Joshua's going for a big left hand, and down goes the giant Ukrainian in the same round that he lost his unbeaten record to Ross Purity. And can he get Klitschko? Is somehow trying to survive, but Anthony Joshua topples him again. Unbelievable! Scenes at Wembley. Klitschko just gets to his feet.
Well, that's the youth of Anthony Joshua. Great work from Joshua.
Anthony Joshua versus Jason Gavern 2015. Early in his career, Joshua wowed the crowd with a 3rd round technical knockout victory over seasoned veteran Jason Gavern. Gavern ended up on the floor several times before the referee stopped the fight, preventing further damage.
How long can he do that for?
I mean, it's also...
And there's the big right hand. Gavern in big trouble. The left puts him down for the... And he's a brave, proud man, Jason Gavern. He comes out with that smile again, Joshua, into round 3 for only the 2nd time.
What I also like about Joshua, he's always mindful of his own...
In trouble, down again, I think the right hand, and he landed a punch when he was on the floor there, and he needs a telling off for that.
He's going to have to be careful.
And down he goes again, left hand again. And Victor Loughlin's got to put an end to this. This is getting ugly here, and it's done. Anthony Joshua does it again. This time he was left hand happy. And it's Gavern, and he's done it. Showing tremendous resistance. Another one of those right hands getting through. A few of them landed, but put him on the floor. Oh, he was ready to go from that right, wasn't he?
A couple of times, I mean, Gavern was down, was well on the floor when that punch landed, you know.
Anthony Joshua versus Charles Martin, 2016. This fight brought Joshua his first IBF championship belt. In only the second round, Joshua sent Martin to the floor twice with accurate right punches. After the second knockdown, the referee stopped the fight, giving Joshua his first world title.
Got him! Right hand on the floor. Martin looks into his corner as if to say, what on earth was that? Now he's looking at him, taking every second he can. Bunch on the floor, and there's still a minute 40 left in this second round. And he's down again on the brink here. Strolls into the corner as if to say, job done. And Martin looks like he's been wrecked. Over, done. Britain has a new world heavyweight champion.
Sparring anything. Well, he has now. He's just been knocked out. And that was a short round, and we have a new.
Anthony Joshua versus Matt Legg in 2014. This was only Joshua's second professional fight, and he showed off his explosiveness in boxing. In the first round, Joshua landed a powerful right uppercut that instantly sent Legg to the ring floor. It was a knockout that made it clear that Joshua would dominate the heavyweight division.
Giving this a go. He's glad to be here.
Getting the high guard up there as Joshua dives. Oh, that right hand uppercut. Doesn't matter how much of a go you have, if you get for trouble, and he's done. One big right hand, good night.
Yeah, but we're not surprised. Shots put him under a little bit of pressure, got him breathing heavily, which I haven't seen in his short career. But there you go, that's what's so special.
I love the way Joshua maintained composure despite a wild guy in front of him, set him up. He knew the uppercut was there the whole time with a shorter opponent. You know, from here, I mean, here you see the uppercut early on. He was looking for it, looking to kind of just bold his way in and throw power shots. There's that first uppercut again. And again, it was something new was there, but he didn't over.
Anthony Joshua versus Robert Helenius, 2023. Helenius was a challenge for Joshua after his losses, but Joshua returned to winning ways with an impressive knockout in the 7th round. After a protracted and intense fight, Joshua found his momentum with a powerful right jab that ended the fight instantly.
Confident in the last two fights now, it's up and away as well. Do you know what I think here? Movements, I mean, Tony, you know.
To land the right hand.
It's caused the swelling on the eye. But to get the right hand, you've got to.
He needs to be aggressive.
It's a good jab to the body. Hand over the top. Just put pressure on heavyweight champion of the world with one punch at any moment.
A little bit more commitment, Tony.
Definitely, Andy.
A second camp with Derek James over.
He needs to get a reaction out of Robert Helenius. That was a good left hook. It's still a work in progress. Pulling his feet, Joshua. It's a little bit flat-footed, maybe.
The meanness and the intensity. But after just... Is there in the legs and the veins of...
He's trying to set traps. Like I say, these... Double it. Go to the body. Good right hand. Nice movement from Joshua.
How much?
His hand through the middle. He's there. The moves he's doing with the head and the shoulders. He's trying to draw. I'd just like to see him maybe throw a dummy, give a little bit of wins in Robert Helenius, but to get the right hand, you've got to take that extra couple of inches, not a mug.
It's all over.
Fade. Here it comes over the top. Look at the feet. The That right hand row, bang, it's good night against anybody.
It wasn't like he walked into the shot.
Right spot. He's on his stool. I said before.
Anthony Joshua versus Dominic Breazeale, 2016. Breazeale was an undefeated contender, but Joshua completely dominated, sending him to the knockout in the 7th round. After a protracted exchange of punches, Joshua landed several powerful series of punches, ending the fight with an accurate right-hand punch. This knockout showed that Joshua was ready to defend his titles against serious opponents.
And that's what he gets in return, a 3-punch conflicts the headbutt. And then Joshua goes to work and puts him on the floor.
Muscles the case for that one, and that's just knocked the fight over. Job's almost over.
So we get the finish here in round 7. Everybody on their feet. Breazeale fighting for his life now that he's done nothing left. Anthony Joshua does it again, still champion.
He does, because the shots that landed on Breazeale were clean shots to the chin. He's telegraphing his shots a little bit when you've got an opponent who's basically out early on in the fight when his opponent was still fresh, and against a certain guy who can move down.
It feels like a defense of a world.
Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, 2024. The fight between Joshua and former UFC champion Francis Ngannou was one of the most anticipated events in the boxing world. Joshua took the initiative right from the start. In the first round, after a series of powerful punches, Ngannou found himself on the floor. In the second round, Joshua continued the pressure and again knocked Ngannou down. The final punch with a powerful right hand forced the referee to stop the fight, confirming Joshua's victory by knockout.
Whoa, we've got cooked himself there,
yeah,
Joshua.
He did. With the left right hand. He's Joshua can destroy the MMA champion. It is lights out. Wow! Incredible! What a shot! And Ngannou's out.
That's a look. That's a lovely shot. Whoa, that's a great shot. Nobody stands up to that. That to see is the biggest right hand I've...
Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin, 2018. Povetkin was a dangerous challenger, but Joshua gradually destroyed his defense with accurate punches. In the 7th round, Joshua landed a powerful right hook, sending Povetkin into a knockdown. After that, Joshua finished the fight with a series of punches, and the referee stopped it with a technical knockout.
And there's the left hook from Povetkin.
Well, down slightly, Povetkin maybe having a small breather, but as you've seen
Joshua moving well around the ring, finding his range, and that eye looks bad of Povetkin. Decent right hand, good
this game and got a second win.
And what might come into play is the big man against the little man. We're saying Joshua would take out Povetkin early. He might do here. Lovely right hand. Best of the fight from Joshua. On a left hook and a right hand. And down. Steve Grace has walked towards. He's brave. He's great now. Joshua with a big left hand. And AJ rocks Wembley. Raymond sent out in this.
The flow, and Alexander Povetkin has never been treated like this in all the 36 fights he's ever had in his life. For me, punch perfect performance, tough night, but you know, to have a great performance.
The official time, 1 minute, 59 seconds.